made some money. But
Yeah. But like I said, I give him a lot of credit because I think that you can tell that it hurt him.
oh
You
yeah,
know, when
it's
he talks
definitely
about it.
something.
But at the same time, he never like
Dogs them out.
him.
Uh-huh.
He never.
Yeah.
And I give him a lot because if that happened to me and I turned out to be
Warren G?
I'd be like,
Guess what?
Yeah.
Guess what?
I put out a book.
Oh my
I have a book, a movie.
Guess what?
Oh my God! Yeah, I would have to like be trying.
What's
to
the
come
movie?
back,
What's the movie they put out? They put out the NWA movie or some shit. It would have been a whole nother Warren G movie.
Oh, shoot, man.
I'm telling y'all.
Guess what? You see the billboards?
So while we're talking about music and family, you know, well, I guess this is not family, but music, and we did mention Michael Jackson. Pip was talking about this article that Stevie Wonder put out where he was commemorating his friend Prince.
Yeah, Prince just had his 60th birthday, and they published an interview in Rolling Stones magazine by Stevie Wonder talking about how much he loved Prince.
Yes,
That's
he did.
awesome.
I have a quote here is what Stevie Wonder said. If Michael Jackson was the king of pop, Prince should be the emperor. Prince fought for his artistic freedom. He didn't allow anyone or anything to get in his way. By following his own path, Prince took music to a whole other place, like the Beatles did. He wanted to change the way things were, like Marvin Gaye did. When you do that, you have to be very sure of yourself.
He certainly was.
So, oh yeah,
It's awesome.
Yeah,
And
I
he
don't
did-
think anybody thinks Prince didn't have any had a lack of self confidence.
Right.
No.
No, definitely not.
And he didn't.
I mean, he was all
Definitely
he was
not.
all 1 foot too tall, but he came in the room like he owned everything.
Okay.
But you know what's funny though is even though I've never met Prince, obviously, but he didn't appear to me to have that little man Napoleon complex.
No, I
You know what I
think
mean?
he
Like he had a healthy ego, a healthy self confidence, but he didn't take it that extra step and go too far with it.
He wasn't
and
overcompensating.
was not egotistical and overbearing with it. Like it was just a healthy, like I'm the shit and I know it, but I don't treat other people like shit.
Right.
I don't have to do that.
Right.
And that's like awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even like his hoop, like he was a shorty, but he could hoop.
Yes.
He was on his
Yes,
high school
good.
basketball team.
Yeah, no, he was really
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Really good.
So
He had like the whole full basketball thing and at the house he has, right?
had.
Had.
Yeah.
Damn.
So,
Yeah.
Sad.
I'm with that. You felt some way about this though, didn't you?
About what?
shout
The
out to
article?
Prince. Yeah. Yeah. Because
He's not slamming Michael Jackson.
Prince, but
No.
He's
he
just
likes
praising Stevie.
Yeah, no.
That's all.
Yeah.
And I agree.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, we know we've had this conversation. We know where we all stand on this. We're not going to open up that can of worms.
I just want you to understand, though, because the Rolling Stone article was not anti-Michael Jackson.
No.
And Stevie Wonder
It's not
grew
anti.
up with Michael Jackson.
Right.
They good friends. They were good friends, but it was a tribute to Prince.
Right. So a Tennessee hardware store puts up a no gays allowed sign.
Hello, 2018.
What? Yeah, this actually happened back in 2015, but it's resurfaced because of like some.
This happened in
Because all the
2015?
racial tension.
Originally,
All the
yeah.
racial
I-
tension.
That's what
This-
the article says.
Oh, I thought this was in response to the Supreme Court cake thing. No?
I think that's why it's resurfaced.
Resurfacing?
Because the Supreme
Yeah.
Court cake thing happened in 2015.
What cake?
Right.
What cake thing?
The baker.
The baker, the guy who didn't want to make cakes for a gay couple.
Well, it's not that he didn't want to make a cake for the gay couple. He didn't want to put a message on it for their wedding.
Yeah, it wasn't
okay.
like he didn't want to put the two grooms on it or something
Yeah.
like that. Yeah.
And he also said like he
also-
wouldn't do a cake for somebody that's having a divorce party. He also wouldn't do a Halloween cake because that's against his religion.
Right.
If he don't get off his mixing bowl, people are
Well,
ridiculous.
let's shake it up. You think that he is required to do something? What if somebody came in and said, "I want a cake that says Heil Hitler,
Right.
and I want a picture of Hitler on it, and I also wanted to say white supremacy."
Yep.
I think
Fuck
that
Blackie.
you cannot take your personal views, your personal outlook, and put that onto other people that don't believe in the same thing as you. I feel like if it's something hateful or if it's something to hurt or harm someone, then that's different. But something like Halloween or something like a divorce party or something like a wedding, I don't think that is in the same context, no, as Hitler
But I
or white
think he would.
supremacy.
I think he would, because if his eternal soul is at stake, for
Then
doing
he shouldn't
something
be a
like
baker.
But no, well, you can't say that. But no, if he's not saying, if he's saying, if he's paying homage to Hitler, that's not disparaging another group per se. You know what I mean? That's just honoring somebody who did disparage other groups and did do things to other groups. But I think that's a fair. That's a fair example. That's a fair analogy.
I've thought about this.
Hitler and white
fair.
supremacy is just like it's hateful toward people. It's just like
But
it's
that's
not.
your POV.
Not all of it. Not all of it is
Like,
hateful.
because some people think that the white supremacy thing, and I'm not advocating for them. I'm just playing devil's advocate in this situation. But some people from white supremacy are like, oh, I don't hate anybody other race. I just think my race is the best.
Right. I was just exactly. White superiority or white supremacy does not automatically mean hate. And people have made up the same thing.
So then how would you display that on a cake?
I don't know any kind of way that they want it, but they want to have a white pride day, and they
so
feel like,
what would they put on the cake? White pride?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
And
that's fine.
Would you make that cake?
I would make a white pride cake if that's what they wanted, but I wouldn't put fuck black people on the side on a cake. I don't think that's right. No.
Right.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
I don't like.
fair.
No. I don't think that.
So
that's
you're
the
saying
proper
that
depiction.
if it was just like, oh, they just wanted to put two grooms up there and say like, congratulations on your wedding, Mark and Brian, he should be able to be professional and do that.
Exactly.
But if it was two men fucking on the cake, she'd be able to say no.
Yes, exactly. Oh, definitely, definitely,
Right.
definitely.
Okay, I'm just asking because I've been weighing this out. I was upset about the Supreme Court thing, and like I said, I thought this guy put that sign up, and I thought that was a response to that because he was feeling, because I feel like there's a lot of alt-right, there's a lot of conservatives, people are feeling emboldened now. And I had a friend that's like, oh, well, this is just this particular case. They were saying that the case with the cake had to do with the fact that they showed him religious prejudice specifically for his case.
Yeah, exactly. And you're right. This is the response. This is why he did that.
So with that, I'm like, I think this is the beginning of like some of the religious concern because they've been trying to put laws in place right now for religious liberties. And I worry about that because where does that stop?
Yeah.
Because then I can start saying, well, my religion says I don't like Asian people.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
So I can treat them like shit.
Exactly. And that's not cool. And then how do you know if somebody's gay or not? You giving everybody a questionnaire when they walk into your store?
Well, it's not that. A cake couple said, will you make our cake? Or actually,
No, I'm talking about the hardware store.
Oh, yeah. He's just
like how do you know somebody's gay coming in to buy something from your store? You're asking them? Are you giving them a questionnaire?
It's one of those things where I don't think he's actually planning on. It's kind of he's trying to make a
He's
point.
a political statement.
Yeah, he's making a point. It's the principle of the thing.
And actually,
it's just stupid.
The sign was longer than that. It had other words on it. I'm paraphrasing, but it was something like, or anybody that tries to take away my rights to speak out or something like that.
Right. It did say that.
Okay.
That's what his issue was. And I'm like, dude, I'm gay. I don't you can say whatever you want to.
I'm still going to buy this hammer.
But I need a hammer. Exactly.
While we're talking about cakes and refusing to write things, there was a story that it almost made it onto the show but didn't quite make it. This happened like about a month ago when everyone was graduating, right? I can't remember exactly where because it was a while ago, but it was, I think, someplace in maybe the Midwest or something like that. But anyway, the point is the lady went to buy cake to congratulate her son for graduating with honors. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, you heard about this story?
I think
Yeah. Well, the bakery refused to write out the honors. Mm-hmm. The honors was it cum laude or cum magna? I forget which.
I think it was cum laude.
Cum laude.
Uh-huh.
He graduated magna cum laude. And the ignorant bakery people saw CUM and just figured that it was something dirty and only is used in porn movies. Now, you thought Dino Red watched a lot of porn. At least Dino Red know what honors are. Dino Red know cum laude and cum magna is not dirty.
No.
And it's not. And so they put an asterisk on the cake when even after the woman explained what it meant and that it wasn't a dirty word. And this is the part that bothers me. The news story that covered it refused to say it. They just kept saying the statement and this and that. And obviously, since I know what, and a lot of people who went to college and know what, the honors are, I knew what it was.
And that's a prestigious honor.
But a lot of people didn't. And yet they let the mother say it. She said it one time throughout the whole, interview thing or whatever, but the news people, whatever, they would never say it. And I'm like, y'all just as ignorant as the fucking best.
Right.
Yeah.
And you are continuing to not educate your audience.
Right.
Because there might be some other dumbass in the audience that don't know.
Right.
And you're like, oh, that's not a bad, oh, okay.
They're worried about getting sued for some little kid. Like, Mommy, what's cum loud?
Well, that's a good chance for the mommy to say, oh, that's when you graduate with honors.
Exactly, but they don't see it that way.
That's what Mommy did last night when Daddy was hitting that spot.
Exactly.
That's what
what they worried about.
Is right here on my apron.
Right. That's what they worried about. They worried about getting sued for that. But which is so retarded. It's the most
just crazy.
It's the most craziest thing.
So crazy. I don't know. An Indonesian woman swallowed by a 23-foot-long python.
Now this is interesting.
Damn.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah, that's crazy.
what a way to go.
So this lady in Indonesia, like 50-something-year-old lady, not really even a senior citizen, she went out to garden. And then,
let me get some lovely tomatoes.
Lord, oh Lord.
And she never came home. So her family got the rest of the village people, and they all went looking for her.
I saw her in the garden. Go look in the garden.
And in the garden,
I can't. You're just thinking about it.
Okay, stop thinking about it, so we can get through the story. So they find all her stuff just lying in the garden. Like, why would she wouldn't leave her stuff? Like, why is that? And
that is unusual.
Yeah.
Her cell phone is right here.
Cell phone. Right. So they continue looking, and not far from the garden, they see this snake that is just fat, got a big 54-year-old woman-sized bulge in him.
Ooh.
And so they're like, they put two and two together and be like, oh damn. So they kill the snake, and they take him back, and they cut him open, and they find her in there, still intact, clothes and all, in the belly of this python. Yes.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
What a way to go.
What a way to go.
I'm sorry about it, Watiba. That was her name.
So yeah, that's what pythons do. They
constrict.
They wrap themselves around you, and they're really strong.
Well, they bite you and hold on to you, and then they wrap themselves around you. Yeah.
Right.
They suffocate you, choke you, break you, and eat you whole.
But
head first.
Head first.
First.
So
there's so many things I can and can't not say.
Well, it must have taken a minute because to swallow a whole person, right?
Her shoulders. You can't just swallow them up.
So the snake, like this, she was gone for a minute before they had to notice that she was gone.
Right.
And then the snake couldn't have got too far full of a person.
Yeah.
So
she didn't fight. I have so many questions.
But that's it. If they bite you, first thing you thinking is like, oh, something done bit me, and then they got you. You can't get away.
Know.
And
oh
they
my
just
God!
It's 23 feet
long.
long.
My God! Oh my God!
Before you could get away,
before you can even realize what have you gotten already.
Right. They said a year ago a 20-something-year-old man was eaten by in the same area. There was a man that was 23-year-old man that was eaten by.
It's time to move, y'all.
I was about to say, Indonesia, could y'all get a hand grip on this snake thing before a bitch come over?
It's actually kind of rare that they eat people, but they will.
It doesn't seem that rare to me in Indonesia.
That's rare.
It's rare.
Once a year?
That's rare.
There's billions of people on the planet.
In Indonesia.
I know, but snakes have to eat like however many days it is that they have to eat. So
snakes don't eat very much.
Well, they got to eat more than once a year.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's not the same snake.
No, but
this is a lot.
But that's what I'm saying, though. That means it's rare.
One a year is a lot.
That's not
one a year is a lot. How many people getting eaten by snakes in America?
It's more than here. You're right about that. I'll give you that.
That's what I'm saying.
I will concede on that point.
That's where I'm coming from. Like,
it's not like you walk
Indonesia.
Out of your house.
It's a 20-foot snake. Like, how is this a problem? Like, I don't understand. Like, how do people let this problem get out of hand to where
not a problem.
It's
That's
just
why it's
eating people? It's happened last year too. It ate a man, I cannot. That's a lot. That's too many. It's too many.
When's the last time you saw a car accident in the news? We don't sit on.
How many cars is on the road?
We don't talk about car accidents. Why?
Oh my
because
God.
they happen all the time.
We don't talk about.
They are.
We don't talk
common.
about how often do people, grown adults, get eaten by a 20-foot long snake?
Rarely.
Not often. That's the point. Not often. That's why we're talking. That's why you sitting here having conniptions because it's not something that you hear about.
No, I'm saying in Indonesia, it's happening. It happened last year in